Hey HCG family, it's me, Miss HCG Girl, and I'm checking in for a Sunday on round 8, continuing after phase 3 and my planned interruption the past 2 weeks. I'm continuing on. So this is sort of day 2 after my first very low calorie after my planned interruption. And if anybody out here has done this and they know how to count the days or whatever, do you count from the last injection weight? Do you count from the last very low calorie you did on round 8? What do you count the day? Anyway, I'm just going to call it day 2 of the very low calorie of continued round 8, okay? Until somebody corrects me. But this is what I want to share. Friday, I went ahead, and I wasn't going to do this initially, but I really started thinking a lot about some things that Delmem, who's no longer on here, Tim, had shared with us about getting the fat circulated in your body and getting into ketosis faster. So on Friday, I went ahead and injected HCG. I do RX HCG, and I double injected. I injected 30 IUs of Hucog into me. So that's like 2 days worth of injections in me at one time. I did a high fat load, and I don't have the calorie count right here, but I'm pretty sure it was close to 3,000 calories that I ate. And it was probably close to 80% fat. I mean, I was about ready to throw up by the time I went to bed. On Friday morning when I got up, my weight was 157.9. My LIW from round 8 was 154.8. So I was already 3.1 pounds above LIW before I did this load. Well, I did that load that day, woke up Saturday morning, which was yesterday morning, and I was 159.6. I had gained an additional 1.7 pounds, which put me 4.8 pounds above LIW, and 159.6. So I'm going to have numbers up here for you. My LIW was 154.8. So I had to lose 4.8 pounds just to get to my last injection weight. So yesterday morning, I just drank my coffee with coffee creamer, and I was not hungry until about 2 something in the afternoon, and I had a half of a grilled hamburger and some cucumbers with some apple cider vinegar, and then my husband and I, and I had one apple, and then we took off and we had to go some places, and I decided to do sort of the Colleen thing. And if you guys don't know who Colleen is, she's Lose It Forever. And I put like some Mac nuts in a little Ziploc bag. And I said, well, we have to go a bunch of places. So if I get hungry, I'm just going to eat those Mac nuts. But I never had to eat it yesterday. But I have it in my purse, thank God. And but when we got back last night, I ate around 8 o'clock last night. I had the other half of the hamburger. Because what I do is, I don't know if you guys do this, and I don't see how the calories can be correct on my FitnessPal, but what I do is I patty out 5-ounce raw meat, and I cook it on a George Foreman. I have a big family-sized George Foreman grill, and I cook that for my family, and I'll make like 23 burgers at a time, and all of the fat pretty much is dripped off. I mean, I even patty them, like dry them off afterwards to get the grease off, even when I heat it up in the microwave or something, so that I don't have any grease. But anyway, I ate the other half of that last night, and I had some celery and onions that I fried up on the grill with a tablespoon of coconut oil, and very good. Very good. I actually put some Texas Pete hot sauce, and I put some Tony Chachere's on it, and I sprayed some Bragg's Aminos. Bragg's Aminos, for newbies that are watching me, it sort of tastes like soy sauce, but it's a lower sodium soy sauce. Let me show you that. This is Bragg's Aminos. I don't get paid for this, you guys, but this is what it looks like. and the nutrition facts. You can look this up online. A lot of vitamin stores, even online, sell this. And anyway, I put this on everything, on P2, and I use it in P3. I even use it in salad dressings. I use it in my soups. It is very, very, very tasty, okay? So I did that on my little onions, my celery, and I went ahead and cut up my apple and threw it on the grill too. I have a griddle, you know, like one of those Teflon griddles, and I just cooked it in the coconut oil with these seasonings, and I ate that with my half a burger, and I dipped my burger in reduced sugar Heinz ketchup. You can get that at Walmart. 5 calories for a tablespoon, and I use it at both meals. I woke up this morning, so today would be the big drop day, and this morning I was minus 3.5 pound drop. I was 156.1. I am still 1.3 pounds above my last injection weight before I get to some new territory, and but I'm very happy with that. I'm very pleased. And I didn't walk yesterday either. I mean, we had to go some places, so I mean, I walked at the places we went to, but I didn't walk on the treadmill or do my normal walking that I've been doing. And I plan on doing walking this round. I plan on doing like 30 minutes most days that I can get it in, okay? That's all I have to share on that. I did give myself a B12 shot the first day when I loaded that day, when I fat loaded that day. And yesterday, all day long, even after I ate my lunch at 2 o'clock, and on the way back from where we went to Pigeon Forge to check out cabins for the meetup group that is coming here, I was nauseous, okay? And I think that's a really good sign that my HCG is very good. And there's an HCGer here that I just love to death, and she is the one who sold me the HCG. She had it extra and wasn't going to use it, and it was such a blessing. And it's HuCog, you guys, and I've always done better with HuCog. That's just me. The one I had bought before from the other company, they said it was HuCog when I bought it, but it came as Zycog. And I never felt this way with it, like nauseous or anything. So I think there is something to the product and the name brand. Just saying. It's just Miss HCG girl talking out her head here, okay? All right. The second thing I want to share, because I don't want to keep y'all on here very long. The second thing I want to share is these are the shoes, mamaclok. Hey, Karen. mamaclok asked me, well, what did your shoes look like? I couldn't see them in the picture, so I'm going to show you. These are my shoes that I bought for $8.99, and they're, you know, I think the name brand is Fioni, which I love that name, Fioni. And they're velvet. They have a velvet and they're navy, okay? And the heel is enormous, and it was very hard for me to walk in these. And I don't normally buy shoes like this, you guys. So that was a real treat when we went to the prom, okay? I hope you got to see that, and I hope I did a good job, because I can't tell because there's not a viewing screen as I'm filming on my husband's camera here. Okay, the other thing I want to share is everybody's been asking, what container do you use to drink your water? Well, rarely do I drink water. I'm not going to say rarely. Occasionally I drink water. When I drink water, I just drink from a water bottle, like bottled water. My husband and I buy cases of this stuff just to keep on hand anyway. So I grab one of those. And I probably have one of those a day. And it's probably a, what, 20 ounce? 16 ounce water bottle, okay? That was my husband.
Hello.
And,
HCG guy.
and then... The other thing that I use on P2 all the time is I make Louisiana tea. I get the family size tea bags. I boil water in a tea kettle, my great little plug-in tea kettle. I make 2 quarts at a time, and I put 16 packets of my stevia in the hot water when it's hot, and I just stir it up. I drink that. I probably drink one whole one of these a day of Louisiana tea with stevia. And this is it's a blender bottle. It's where it comes with that little ball, metal ball thing that if you're making a protein shake, you just shake it up. and it holds 20 ounces of liquid. So I drink 20 ounces of this, and I also drink 3 16-ounces of coffee in the morning with coffee creamer and stevia. And then in the afternoon, I drink hot teas. Like right now, I'm drinking my hibiscus tea. It's very pink looking. There's no caffeine in it. And I put a little tiny bit of coffee creamer. I drink that. And then I made another one because we're getting ready to go out and help my daughter move. And I made one that was the pumpkin harvest spice tea that you can get at Walmart. It's Celestial Seasonings. And it has caffeine in it. And it has a little bit of vanilla coffee creamer. And I do that. I'm taking that with us. I don't walk out the door, you guys, unless I have a drink in my hand. Now, my husband has water bottles in the back of his truck, so if I forget, there's water bottles that I can just grab back there. But that helps me on P2 get through the day. Now, the other thing I want to share is, I think it was Fab Watt. She's new. Hey, I don't think that's your real name. I think you said your name's Lily, but hi. She asked what your favorite song and was, to share with everybody, and she had a great repertoire of songs. And I can't say, I listen to lots of kinds of music. Probably my least favorite is hard rock. I'm just not a big hard rock fan. I know mamaclok is, but I'm not, okay? It's just my preference. I listen to all kinds of pop and country and just all kinds of music. But I'm going to just share when I was growing up, okay, and I became a teenager, one of my favorite singers was John Denver. And when I worked at Wendy's, when I was in high school, I got to work at Wendy's, and I dated one of the managers there. And he took me to a John Denver concert, and it was probably one of the highlights of my life during that time. And I know that sounds corny or whatever, but I liked the guy growing up, okay? And then when I was a teenager, I got to go to a Kiss concert, and that was insane. And anyway. And then in the 80s, I was really into disco music in the early 80s. Loved, loved, loved going dancing and listening to disco songs. And in the late 80s, I had a spiritual experience with the Lord, and I started listening to a lot of Christian music. And I was really in love with Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith, and a lot of bands during that time. And I was very fortunate during that time because I got to work at a contemporary Christian radio station when I was pregnant in 1988. I was out to here, and I got to sell Christian radio. And first of all, I never sold anything in my life, and so I got to sell it. And I also got to go to all the concerts that came in town free. It was awesome. And one of them that I really enjoyed, and I fell in love with her at I was pretty young back then. I'd have to say I was like 26 or something, 27 years old. 28. And it was Twyla Paris. Love her. Loved her style of music back when nobody was really listening to contemporary Christian music. And then I have listened to all different kinds even since then. There's a few gospels that I like, various artists that I still like and I still listen to. But this past month, I've been hung up on this group. It's a Christian group called 10th Avenue North. Love them. Love some of their songs. There's one of their songs is so special. It's called Worn, W-O-R-N. Go listen to it. Another guy that I listen to a lot is Jason Upton. Love that guy. He is awesome. He has two of his songs, Angels, not only appeared in the room, a smoke filled the room while they were playing in various places. I think it was like churches. And they have angels on the songs singing with them. And pretty profound. One of them's called Fly, and I think the other one is Great River Road or something. But I have a lot of his music. And then I listen to some other kind of worship music. I love singing to the Lord. And I listen to secular music too. So that's what I like. I like music that has a meaning, that's very inspirational. I don't care for anything that's not going to provoke me to be true, good, pure, holy, those type of things. Other than that, that's all I have to share today. I'm sorry it was so long, you guys. I just wanted to check in and give a shout out to some people that needed the shout out. And I just want to tell you that I love you. I hope you're having a great day. And I could do the Lisa thing right now, Mighty Mouse Lisa. Group hug. I love you guys. Peace. Deuces. Out.